Andhra Pradesh has witnessed severe droughts in several places over the past few decades. Insufficient precipitation, groundwater depletion, soil erosion, poor crop yields, and deficiency of fodder are the consequences of shortage of annual mean rainfall. This has resulted in uncertain livelihoods, which made people to migrate to other areas for employment. To avert such situation in future, the Integrated Watershed Management Program is launched with an aim to restore the ecological balance by conserving and developing degraded natural resources such as soil, vegetative cover, and water conservation to create sustainable livelihoods for the assetless. This program is being implemented jointly by central and state governments from 2009-2010 with the funding ratio of 90:10 and subsequently now in a ratio of 60:40. The program has been implemented in 432 projects spread over 9,607 villages and 17.6 lakh hectares in 11 districts excluding Krishna and Nellore. The major activities of the watershed development projects are carried out in three phases: preparatory phase, works phase, consolidation phase. The project duration could be in the range of 4 to 7 years. In preparatory phase, the institution arrangements at state, district and cluster level like SLNA, DWMA, PIA offices are made with suitable technical staff. Watershed committees involving user groups, SHGs, ward members are formed as a subcommittee of Gram Panchayat among the community. The awareness programs, Kala Jatas, wall paintings, focused group discussions, film shows, posters, pamphlets, exposure visits for user groups, SHGs, watershed committee members, watershed assistants, staff of successful watershed villages within and outside the state are conducted. The capacity building programs for primary and secondary stakeholders are conducted at state level in coordination with SIRD at district level resource centers with district resource persons and at cluster level resource center. Detailed project reports are prepared micro-watershed wise involving the community using scientific technology, APSAC maps through Participatory Rural Appraisal (PRA), Participatory Net Planning (PNP) techniques for treating the watershed area following ridge to valley approach. The software is developed in collaboration with Tata Consultancy Services for preparation of estimates, payment systems and MIS and real-time monitoring of IWMP. The entry point activities like community-oriented works like animal health camps, water purification plants, solar street plants, cattle drinking troughs are taken as per need in micro-watershed villages in the first year to bring watershed concepts into community using 4% project funds. The convergence strategy is developed for treating the catchment on saturation basis using NREGS funds by taking wage-intensive works by NREGS funds and material-intensive works like drainage line treatment works, groundwater recharge works, afforestation, fodder development works with IWMP fund in WCCs. Necessary software is deployed in both MCC and WCC as per the convergence strategy to avoid duplication. The natural resource management works like soil and moisture works, that is, staggered contour trenches, water absorption trenches, sunken pits, loose boulder structures, rockfill dams, water harvesting works, mini percolation tanks, check dams, check walls, farm ponds, dugout ponds, injection wells and afforestation works, that is, avenue, block plantations, horticulture, greening of hillocks, fodder development works are taken up following the ridge to valley approach using 56% of project funds. The watershed works are executed in EGS mode, that is maintaining muster rolls, estimates generation, fund flow mechanism, etc., wage payment for watershed works through post office, bank accounts, smart card, biometric payment system, application of Common Rural SSR to Watershed and NREGS works. The production systems improvement interventions in agriculture, animal husbandry and allied sectors in convergence with concerned line departments are taken up by bridging the gap between the departments using 10% of project funds. The activities like supply of primary and secondary tillage tractor-drawn equipments like cultivators, MB plows, seed drills, rotovators, water-carrying pipes, oil engines, interculture equipments like weeders, plant protection equipments like sprayers, drip and sprinkler irrigation systems, tarpaulins, plastic crates are taken up under agriculture sector. The animal husbandry activities like fodder plots, chaff cutters, fertility camps, breeding rams are taken up under the animal sector. The livelihood activities, on-farm and off-farm livelihood interventions are taken up in convergence with SERP using 9% of project funds by preparation of household action plans. The funds are released to the village organizations through SERP. The livelihood activities like dairy, small ruminants, petty business, etc. are taken up through VOs. Well-established social audits, quality control monitoring mechanisms are adopted for timely monitoring of implementation of IWMP and corrective systems are taken. After completion of project activities, the assets created along with concerned records are handed over to the Gram Panchayat for conducting of Vijayotsava Sabhas by preparing the community for upkeep and sustainable management of assets created and upscaling the farm and non-farm livelihoods in consolidation phase using 3% project funds. The implementation of the program has been found to be effective in improving the productivity of the land, bringing additional area under agriculture as well as under irrigation, employment generation and social upliftment of beneficiaries living in the project area. The end results and achievements due to the program are 1,68,965 water storage works, 8,065 repairs to old rainwater harvesting structures, 2,68,664 hectares of additional area brought under irrigation in all benefiting 3,37,331 farmers. About 1,62,354 farm equipments were distributed and 54,450 livelihood activities to assetless poor households were promoted. 36,531 hectares of land was improved with afforestation and horticulture, and 3,010.85 hectares of area was brought under greening of hillocks. These results indicate that the department has succeeded in implementing the Watershed program with community participation. People are united and moving towards comprehensive rural development, achieving watershed goals.